Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2. Now, in the previous episode, we did arrive here in, let me see what the name is. Somewhere in Austria, northwestern part of Austria. Grödig. There we go, which is, I think, right on the border to Germany as well. And I was saying last time that we could go to Linz, probably, or Salzburg, and look for a job there. But I also discovered, I realized we could also take a look at external contracts. And when I did, I actually saw one job that could be interesting. So I'm going to pick up the job now here in Mibau. Yes, and we'll be going to Vienna. If that's the one. Vienna. Yeah, that's probably the local name of Vienna. Vienna is probably how you pronounce that. Maybe. Not sure. But let's see. Anyway. Let's go and get started on this one. Let me just reset my view here. There we go. Looks good. And let's get going. This is going to be an excavator, I think. But we shouldn't have any problem with it. Even though we're going to an area with one of those excavation sites where the steep the hill, or how they call it, the climb is very steep. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with those, but yes, hopefully that gets fixed eventually, because we have a very strong engine anyway, so we should be able to manage. Wow, it's beautiful here. I don't think I've appreciated this so much the last time. Can you let me pass? Thank you. Yeah, this city is beautiful. Probably ProMods. Does look like there are a lot of details in here. And yes, if you remember the last episode as well, we drove through Austria and saw a lot of these beautiful. Let me go first, please. Thank you. A lot of those beautiful mountain ranges, like there. Beautiful, right? And these houses. Interesting architecture. Not really an expert when it comes to those, but I do get to appreciate the nice looking ones at least. Although I would have no idea how to call them, what kind of style they are, in which year they're from. Ooh, train hype. Transport fever time. That's nice. This is actually a nice place. This is a very nice area. Look at that, how the colors just match. And I think the mild winter mod blends in quite well with the scenery. Changing the trees to be a little bit drier. It just adds to how the place looks. A nice mixture of green and brown leaves. Just makes the entire scenery look much, much better. Beautiful. What's the top speed here anyway? 70, okay. Fine. We should be okay. Let me just speed up to maximum here. 71, 70. There we go. And turn on our lights inside the tunnel. Yeah, Austria's beautiful. I hope I can go sometime. Yeah, I think the guys from Austria are all German speaking, if I remember correctly. Wow. Wait a minute. This looks beautiful. Even though we don't have a trailer yet, I think I won't be able to resist this shot. The mountains just look so awesome. And with that curved road there, that bridge, where we are, if I remove the blur, voila. Instant scenery. If I make it a bit wider, that makes it even better. Now where should we have this? Maybe go up a bit more. That looks good. That looks beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Yeah, actually, almost anywhere you look here, it's pretty scenic. And for some weird reason, there's no traffic. Oh, there is behind me. Okay, I was kind of worried that I turned off traffic again. Sometimes I turn it off for screenshot purposes, but I do that as not as often I try to minimize doing that because I always forget to turn it back on. Anyway, look at this. It's just so relaxing, perfect for vacation. Yeah, man, hope I can go back to Europe one of these years, maybe next year. Yeah, wishful thinking. Have to go and save up first though. When next time, go to these places: Austria, Czech Republic, that side of Europe. Not sure how different it is though. I guess it is, because usually for us Asians, maybe even for the folks in the US, Europe is like one big place. I'm going to Europe in general. But for guys who live in Europe, like, you can't just say you're going to Europe. Can you open for me, please? Thank you. You can't just say Europe because each place is very different for you guys, right? I think, and it's the same for us. Like, for those of you who are in Europe and the US, in the Americas region, when you say you're going to Asia, you say it normally. You're going to Asia in general. So you're going to some places in Asia, but you just call it Asia, and that's just more or less the same for you. I guess it's a norm. If you're not from around the place, you would treat the entire continent as one, more or less. But like, if you tell me you're going to Asia, I'm going to ask you in which part, because every part is super different. Is it here? Yeah, I think it's this one. Oh, actually, we didn't go to the bottom layer. There's like a bottom quote unquote floor here, where the climb is much steeper. I think it's this one, but I don't see an X. Is it? What's the map say? The map's too bright at the moment for some weird reason. Yeah, it looks like it. There we go. That's the one. Let me raise my axle as well. Actually, lower it, so we can use the traction. What kind of machinery is this? Look, that arm is like just almost hitting the back of the truck. It looks so awkward, actually. Although the trailer is nice. It might be one of those new Schwarzmuller trailers which SES released. Doesn't feel heavy at all. How heavy is this? 8 tons. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's super light. And if you look at the remaining time, it's 22 hours. It's very long. That's because this is a World of Trucks contract. So it syncs with the World of Trucks website. Yeah, so it logs to it adds to my profile there. So all the jobs I do in World of Trucks, that kind of works in there. Now, there are some bugs when you have ProMods enabled and you try to take some World of Trucks contracts. Wow, that's a tongue twister right there. And this is one of those steep climbs I was talking about. But it seems like 7th gear might not be the best. So let me go and lower to 3rd gear. There we go, no problem there. Yeah, our truck is too powerful to have a problem with that kind of steep hill. Yeah, normally, sometimes, depending on where you are, if you take a contract from World of Trucks and you have ProMods enabled, it doesn't work. Because the World of Trucks setting is based on the original map. And because ProMods added some locations, actually a lot of cities and countries, sometimes it's not supported. So hopefully this works for us. But we will see. Right, Teddy? Polar Teddy? Oh, come on. And I was just saying I won't have a problem. By the way, I wonder what happens if you just stand in between those barriers. Will it go down on you and will your truck get cut in half? I don't know if the programming is smart on that one. Normally when there are barriers like that, like in the toll gates, I don't think they close as long as you're still there. But I haven't really tried it out, you know. Maybe sometimes we should test it out for science. Oh, it's beautiful here. Look at that. Salzburg. Oh, and before we proceed, let me plan our route. 337 kilometers, that's good. And we can actually pass through here. Yeah, 307, that makes it shorter, but not on the highway, so maybe a bit slower all in all. And then we can go to Linz as well. Can you not exit there? You're going to make me... That's weird. So I'll be doing like a U-turn there. That's strange. Let's see how that works. It's going to be 381 kilometers and then we'll be arriving in Vienna. And then we can discover that question mark, whatever that is. Right? Let's get going. It's going to be quite a drive. A bit long, but I think it's going to be awesome. Nice scenery, basing on what we're looking at right now. Look at that house up there. It would be wonderful to live there. Kind of scary, but I would like to have a vacation there, one or a few days maybe. But living there might not be my cup of tea. I might get too paranoid living there long term. It might be a hassle just to go to the house. How many climbs you have to go to. What is this? A pond, a river, no, a lake. I don't know. But it looks cool though. And we are speeding. Okay, slow down, 70, there we go. By the way guys, I just did a stream last week. Not last week even, 2 days ago. On the southern region map. Someone was requesting to add that in or to check it out. Sorry, I forgot who. But I did check it out, not in this profile, but in that profile, in my streaming profile. So every Friday, 8 a.m. my time, Singapore time, I stream ETS2 or ATS. And for the past 2 weeks, I've been streaming the southern region map. It's actually the southern region of Russia. And it's very well done actually. It equates to or even surpasses the level of ProMods, if you can imagine that. So the view is very scenic as well. The assets, how the buildings look like, they're very different. They're not just copy paste. They're very unique, you know, the signs, city signages, they're very unique, and I think they were custom built for that map specifically. So it's all very unique and it has that Russia feel to it. So it's all very, how do you say, a strange, a unique experience definitely compared to the ProMods maps, the European areas here. So it's definitely worth taking a look into. I'll probably add it in this profile when we get there. So the plan is, if you remember, we go to Czech Republic, Slovakia, what else? Romania and all the neighboring countries. And then we can either enable, or I can download Project Balkans and go to those countries that map enables, or we can go to Russia. So we go through a bit of RusMap and then I add on the southern region so we can go there. So the choice is up to you. For me, either way it's fine. Either way I would really like it. The Project Balkans I haven't really tried before, so that's something I want to try as well. But I'm okay either way. Geographically speaking, I think Project Balkans makes more sense. So if you guys are okay with it, maybe we will enable Project Balkans and then do the southern region after. Yeah, if that makes sense. Just so we don't go out of the way. and we go through the nearest areas first, which kind of makes sense, I guess. Even those road signs, I would guess, are pretty accurate. These ones, pretty accurate Austrian road signs. Yeah, I like the effort they put into this. Amazing. And wait a minute, why is it 4:30 already? Did I oversleep? I think I did. I think I slept at around 4 a.m. talking in game time, right? And then I probably woke around noon. I haven't really looked at the time earlier, but yeah, it might be the case. Anyway, we should be good. There will probably be a bit of night driving, but we should be fine. We have lights anyway. It's just not going to be that scenic, I guess, but we are seeing a lot of beautiful sceneries even now, so I don't think it should be much of a problem. Dude, go. You can go, just squeeze yourself in there. There we go. Thank you. Don't you even think about it. Thank you. And yeah, the southern region map is a totally different level of challenge. There are terrible zigzags and mountain passes and hairpins. It's like a track from Initial D. I'm not sure if you've watched that. I've mentioned it quite a few times, but it's an anime. It's a Japanese animation. Initial, and then space, and then the letter D. But the concept is about racing, but not just racing in racetracks. It's racing in mountain passes, the famous Japanese mountain passes. You know, the winding, zigzag, hairpiny, dangerous ones. They race there, and they have these awesome cars which they tune, and they race downhill, uphill, have different teams, do different techniques. This guy, the protagonist, the main character, actually has his signature move. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the gutter move or something like that. But basically what he does, so he's like the downhill specialist. So from up the top, he races guys going down. And what he does is he has a very old car. I'm not sure how we call it. Hachiroku, I think. The Toyota 86. And I think in Japanese they call it the Hachiroku. But what he does is, so it's a very old car. So you can imagine I'm not sure if it's 86 because it released 1986 or 86 has something to do with the engine. I can't really remember. But you can imagine it's a car from the 80s probably. So it's a box type looking thing. But it races against powerful cars like the Lancer Evolution during that time, the RX-7, the Mazdas, all those race cars, and it wins, even if it's old, because it's downhill. So speed isn't really the number one priority, the number one importance. Speed is just like, you can't really go that fast because it's downhill. You rather have to control your fall, right? So you don't go over the curves and everything. So it's all about control more than speed. Now what this guy does, this main character, he actually uses the gutter to control his speed. So he lowers his front wheel. Like for example, in this kind of bend to the left, my front right wheel tire, and imagine there's a gutter there where those railings are. I kind of make my tire fall into the gutter there, so I'm a bit uneven, right? And then that kind of serves as a locking mechanism, so I don't go. I kind of hug the curve there, and it helps the car turn even at very fast speeds. So he puts his tire in the gutter and he goes very fast, and that's how he wins usually. That's his signature move. And I'm not sure if in reality that works. That probably will get your tire wrecked or something, but in animation. I mean, if you don't analyze it too much, it's really cool, and they drift everywhere. So even though mountain passes, yeah, these hazardous mountain passes with hairpins and everything, they drift. They don't just race, they drift. So it's all very dramatic and stuff. And if you're into cars, if you're into racing, you'll love that. Go and check it out if you haven't seen that before. Initial D. It's you'll have to bear with the art a bit though, because the series is all about cars. So it's not really the best looking characters in there. Like the people themselves, they're not very pleasing to the eyes. Like even the women are kind of, in my opinion, they kind of look like men as well. So the art is not that good when it comes to the people, but when it comes to the cars, they are 3D. And later on they become 3D that's cel shaded, so they don't stand out. They kind of merge well with the drawn characters, but the level of detail in them is spot on. Like moving parts and everything, suspensions, tires. And I think we'll have to gas up, but I kind of missed my turn there. Crappity crap. Maybe next time. The next one. You guys remind me, right? Go and shout. Maybe I'll hear it from here. Yeah, but that's a very nice film and series actually. And it's not just about racing. There's a story, like how the guy progresses, like how he got good is because of his father. His father's like a racer, I think, or was a racer. But how he got good is because they have this business, like this tofu business, where he basically is assigned as the delivery guy. So what he does is he has this tofu. If you're not familiar with tofu, not sure if that's a global thing or an Asian thing. It's like a white gooey substance. Bean curd, maybe something like that, but a bit more gooey. So it's not that solid food. It's a bit gooey and it's a bit fragile. Wait a minute. No, go straight. That's an invisible barrier. We'll get wrecked there. And so what he does is he has this tofu, and he delivers it downhill. So their store is up the top of the mountain, so to speak, and he delivers down to the town below, I guess, something like that. So he has to go down every time, and that's how he got good, because he probably wanted to go fast as possible, and he got good. And there's even an added challenge there because he's bringing tofu, so he can't just slosh around and wreck the stuff, you know. Check here, going straight, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Looks like a very beautiful interchange though. Looks very complicated from that view. Look at that. Whoop. Yeah. Oh, I think we went through here already. If you see, there's a yellow line. We might have gone here when we were coming from southeast Austria to northwest Austria. Yeah, this must be the same interchange. Now we're just driving in a different direction. But yeah, anyway. So the guy, the main character in Initial D, forgot his name, Takumi or something. But yes, that's how he got good. So he's always delivering downhill, and is bringing all this tofu, which is very fragile, very kind of liquidy, some like a gelatinous substance. And so he cannot afford to just go all out and go max speed. He has to wait a minute. The map says U-turn. Where the heck will I make a U-turn in here? GPS, you're trolling me. Okay, there is something here though, but it's actually a dead end. Not really. Okay, there we go. The GPS kind of fixed itself already. There we go. So yeah, he can't just slosh around. He has to balance and control his turns. So he does all those drifts and all those maneuvers on top of managing the tofu, making sure it doesn't get wrecked in the process. And that's how he got so good. So when he started racing, he was already that good. So he had some practical reason behind it. He had a lot of practice delivering those tofus through the years. But it was a nice concept. I'm not sure if I watch it now if it will look ridiculous to me after a few years. But back then when I was watching, I was like, wow, this is so cool. Okay, lens discovered, and that car. No, please let me pass. Thank you. Too bad we can't see it that well. Can I go, please? Thank you. What is that? Is that a mall? No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like a refinery. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, go and check it out. Initial D brings back memories because how did I get there in that topic? Oh yes, because of the southern region map, because of all those mountain passes. So it was pretty challenging. If you like a challenge, go and check that map out. What's good about it as well is it's compatible with ProMods and RusMap. So you should be fine. Even if you have ProMods and RusMap, you don't have to sacrifice anything. Can I squeeze in? Wow. Dude. Come on. Okay. No damage on the trailer at least. That's fine. Hiring agency. Alright. Maybe you guys need to replace that bus driver over there. Okay. We are leaving Linz. How many kilometers left? We have 168 kilometers left. Not that bad actually. I was expecting a bit longer journey. We're doing pretty good on time. But why does it look like we are reaching a dead end in here? Wait a minute. Why is that looking like that? Do you want me to make a U-turn now? The map looks so weird. Yes, it does. So if I wanted to go here, okay, can I go via this way? I should, right? Okay, so let's find a way. This route is probably this is going that way back. So if we want to go back to the highway, we have to maybe go straight here, and I'm expecting there should be a roundabout probably here where we can turn like that. Let's see. Let's take it slow. Let's get lost together. Okay, here. There's a sign there. Vienna going left. Okay, so we should be able to go left somewhere. The darkness isn't helping much. Let me turn my bright lights on. So that's going the opposite way, right? So we should technically be able to turn on this other side. If you look there, there's a left turn here. That's the way. Okay, is it this one? I guess. Kind of tight for a truck. Yeah. As I was saying. But probably we can just squeeze it in. Straighten myself out. Yeah, that was probably a turn for a car. Not gonna work for us. And I kind of wrecked the signs there. Nothing happened. Wasn't me. There we go. Okay. Give it a bit of space. And go back to the road. There we go. Okay, that works. So the GPS just doesn't know about it that much. It's fine. We made a way. No damage on the trailer yet. Perfect. And we're back where we came from. Perfect. Truck incoming. I think I can go and race that guy. Thank you. And let's do the customary thank you. So I did the flasher thing. I think I told you guys about that before. I saw that somewhere. The Japanese do that as a form of thank you. Like they do their flasher bit like this, like twice, and so the guy behind sees that those flash, and that's a form of thank you. I remember someone commenting that it's the same, either the same in their country or it's a bit different what they do. Maybe they hit the brakes or something, but the concept is the same. But either way, it's a very good culture. You know, when someone gives way, or when you force someone to give way, in our case, you at the very least thank them. Anyone passing? Yep, there's a guy there. Our consolation for this nighttime driving is we are using, who is this? Firkin 64's improved realistic lights or something like that. So our headlights, and I think even the AIs, look really realistic, and they reflect off objects. So when you hit the brakes, and those red lights actually reflect off the ground and off the walls and everywhere. It's all good. It's a bit more performance intensive, but it's well worth it. Anyway, I think our computer can handle it. Have very smooth frames at the moment. I had some problems a while ago though. I'm not sure how it happened, but while I was in town before I started recording, the frame rate was just the worst. Like, I don't know, 5 frames per second maybe. I don't know how it happened, but it got fixed suddenly. I'm thankful, but I have no idea how. Actually, I was planning to test a mod today. Sheng recommended a mod to me. It's a heavy realistic physics, I think, something like that name. It's a version 2.0, and it works with the RJL Scanias and all the default trucks, I think, even Madster's MAN trucks. But I'm not sure about Volvo from Oaxaca, if that works. So it might not, it might, but I did enable it initially. And then I got those frame drops, and I was thinking, oh, what the heck, this mod causes my game to slow down like this. I'll just disable it. And then when I disabled it, it was still there. So I had to restart. And then when I restarted, it was still there. So the physics mod wasn't the cause. I just thought it was. But I don't know, for some reason, thankfully, I'm not complaining, when I actually started recording, so I was thinking, oh, what the heck, let's just record like this. It will maybe we'll get used to it, or maybe it will go away. And lo and behold, when I started recording, right after I pressed the record button, the lag went away. I don't know, thank goodness. I'm just thankful. Sometimes those things happen, and when they do, we just accept them as they are, right? Maybe. Alright, and I did see a stop, a fuel station 200 meters ahead. So let's go and stop over here and go and check it out. Looks like we've been through here though. Oh, not really. It does show yellow, but only up to this point. So we've never been in this gas station. Looks very customized, I'll give it that. Let's turn on our retarders. Okay, save a bit of gas here. By the way, guys, I'm not sure if anyone is into Truck Simulator, and not just Truck Simulator, but American Truck Simulator. I'm not seeing any sewer plates. It might just have been hidden. So let's try going through here if it works. Hopefully it does. Doesn't look like it though. Nope, doesn't work. Crap. This is the problem with those sewer plates. Sometimes they get overwritten by the map when they're not that compatible. So I'm not sure if anyone is into American Truck Simulator, but I am actually planning to play it again on stream. So maybe this coming Friday, I'll probably play that because as you guys might know, I do stream at not the best times when it comes to schedule for European folks. So I usually stream evenings of US time, and since there we go, this is the one. And since I'm streaming more or less a more friendly US time zone, might as well play something that they can relate to more. So when I do stream ETS2 on Friday, I usually have a 80 or 90% US audience, and so I think it makes sense. So I'll try streaming ATS again. I haven't really explored the rescale too much yet, and I've seen this very cool looking mod. It's called California Highways something, but it doesn't add to the original. It doesn't add roads, but it does change some of the existing ones, makes it more realistic, like having 4 lanes, making the highways look really humongous and realistic. Those what do you call it? Interstates, the I5s, I10s or something. Yeah, and right now the only Southern California is done, but from the screenshots it looks wonderful. So I'll have a go at that this Friday, 8 a.m. Singapore time. That's Thursday evening for US folks, and it's a Friday midnight around that time, maybe 1 a.m. for European folks. Yeah, it's not the best timing for you guys, sorry, but it's the best one I could make given my schedule. Yeah. Also, what else? I have some news. Well, I have some plans. So I did start playing Elite Dangerous a few days ago, and I've been really loving it. Gotten addicted to it, quite addicted to it. I might start a YouTube series eventually. It's not going to be a typical Elite Dangerous series probably like others. I'll focus more on the exploration side. So it's a bit of a more a chill series, like something that is in line with the channel Chill Gaming. So I probably won't be doing bounty hunts, dogfights in there, combat, space combat and everything. I'll be more focused on exploring and chilling and just enjoying space travel, you know, like what we do in this game. We go and truck around, we enjoy the sceneries, you know, have a fun time, have a chill time. So it's basically the same concept, but it's in space. So with that bit of a twist. And I also might go and buy a HOTAS. It's basically a joystick with a throttle, a separate throttle. I might do that because I'm really loving the game. And even though an Xbox 360 controller is very nice and all, it doesn't feel as realistic. I think I would have even more fun if I would have a real proper joystick. Yeah, I saw a pretty cheap one. It's the HOTAS 4, I think is the name. It's an entry-level HOTAS, but I think it's more than enough. It's had very good feedback, very good reviews on it. It's like the HOTAS X, if you guys are familiar with it, but for the PS4, and they upgraded some hardware and stuff like that. Less dead zone, all those technical details. Not really that familiar with it, but I know it's good. So I did contact some sellers already in my area. Some of them have it, so I probably get one hopefully next week. Crossing my fingers. I'm also planning to add some RAM to my PC. So if you look at the about page in my computer, in my YouTube channel rather, the about page contains the specs of my PC. So if you're ever wondering about that and you didn't know, you can go and take a look at that page. It should contain details. Who made it yellow light? Should contain the details of my exact specs. Now you'll see there I only have 8 gigs of RAM, and for some of you guys that might be, what, 8 gigs? That's insane, that's too low. And it might be actually, although technically speaking I don't think a game normally would exceed 8 gigs. Yeah, but 8 gigs is not what's available. Like Windows is probably eating half of that right off the bat, so I only have 4 gigs left. And then when I stream, when I record, I have OBS, I have all these other paraphernalia, I have TrackIR, and all of them are probably eating away a bit of those RAM, bit by bit. And so I think at some point, I'm actually running out of RAM. Probably. I'm not sure how to measure that, but I have a feeling I do. So I'm probably gonna add 8 gigs more. And that hopefully will lead to a better streaming and recording experience for me and for you. And yeah, so wish me luck on that. Those will be my birthday presents for myself, because my birthday is coming up. Actually, my wife is buying me the Hotas, so I'm quite excited about that. Geek through and through. Birthday gift is a computer paraphernalia. Okay, I can hardly see anything here. This is gonna be a bit tricky, must admit. I'm not seeing a thing. Okay, I see that white trailer there, and I think we might be squeezing into this area. Not really sure. Okay, there we go, there we are. Yep, we're going right next to this white one. Okay, that kind of looks good. Surprisingly, I'm not sure how that happened, but that looks quite fitting, actually. Perfect. Just take it, just enjoy it. Okay, synchronizing. I thought it hanged for a second. I'm not really used to having World of Trucks profiles or contracts. 13k. You got some bonus parking for the trailer. Driven distance 400 km. Time taken 44 minutes. Was it? No, it's not. I only have 42 minutes. I don't know. That's weird. 157 liters consumed. Contracts completed. Look at that. Only 4. So I hardly use it. But maybe we'll start using it as long as it's compatible with ProMods. Anyway, we'll go and sleep. But before we do, we can go and drop off. Go through here maybe. And here. Whichever way that is. Let's see. Actually, we can just go around. No. That way and that way. There we go. Raise the axle. Prevent some tire wear. I wonder what they're planning next for the Truck Simulator world. They did feature some sneak peek and a few hints during their Christmas message. SES did, the developers of this game. And they were hinting at something like trailer axles maybe? I don't know. Or I'm not sure, I kind of forgot, to be honest. Oh, thank you. This guy gave me away. Yeah, so they kind of hinted about that, but I'm not sure what else they have in mind. Hopefully they have some really cool updates coming and new features, maybe new gameplay mechanics, multi-drop off, having your own trailer, I don't know, having tire wear even, I don't know. But something which adds more simulation to the game, that would be beautiful. Like, you know, something like My Summer Car would probably be very good. Actually, I'm thinking we can go this way instead. Go the opposite way. Because this is just a hiring agency. So we might as well discover it now, and then we can land later on at a truck dealer and sleep there. Instead of doing it the other way. So yeah, if you can click all those buttons, that would be beautiful. But I guess that would be hard for the modders as well, because they would have to reconstruct their trucks, code in all those interactions to all those buttons. Yeah, it would be a very maybe that's something for ETS3. I don't know. Or even for ATS, I'm not sure what they have planned for it. I haven't heard about them working on a new state, but I think they have that planned, right? Adding one state every 3 months or so. But that will be probably another DLC, I don't know. So we'll see what they have in store for us. But I think what will really be healthy is if there was another company which made a truck simulator as well. So SCS will have competition. Because competition is something that brings on the best in everyone. As much as we don't like, or at least I personally don't like competing, I have to admit it's a very healthy activity because it forces you to. I forgot there was an invisible wall there. It forces you to innovate and try to be better. So it forces you to really do your best and stay on top of your game. Compare that when you basically have a monopoly. You can do whatever you want. You can slow down your development. You can go things at your own pace. But if you have a competitor, you have to make sure you always beat them. Otherwise, you'll lose the market. So yeah, if another company started a truck sim, it's going to be a good thing. And speaking of competition, I just got an email from Cattle and Crops. Now, a few months back, I did back it up. And by end of March, they should be releasing an early access single player for Cattle and Crops, which is like Farm Sim 17, but from a competitor, a different company. And it looks very promising. So I look forward to playing that with you guys. End of March, I should have early access to that one because I backed them up last year. Anyway, I'll let you guys know how that thing goes. I'll keep you guys posted. But for now, we are all set. And I think we can sleep. Yes. At least we end things with a bit brighter. I was expecting it to be brighter, but not quite. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Please leave a like and comment if you have anything on your mind. Looking forward to reading them and commenting on them as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you in the next one. Clumsy tracking, everyone. And bye-bye.